Buenos dias, good morning, bonjour, guten tag, wherever you are in the world, a big good morning to you all. I'm Vernon, this is the Sailing Learning by Doing channel, and here is Marie eating her breakfast.
Good morning.
Today we are sailing our first big passage on our new catamaran, Pittwater to Eden, the most southerly town in New South Wales and the jumping off point to Bass Strait. Join along for the ride. It's 240 something miles and we hope to do it in 24 hours. Back it up. All right, let's go. All good, Captain?
Yeah, all good.
Sails up, ready to go?
Yeah. And it seems to be calm today, more than yesterday.
All right, we're a couple of miles out off the heads now, and the wind is starting to fill in. We've got about 10 knots of apparent now on the beam. So we're going to put out the screecher, which for the monohullers, that's basically a code 0, or a bit bigger, like a Janica of some sort. And yeah, flick the engines off. We'll start our sail. Ray's worried that the Janica is going to be too big. It's only 10 knots, babe. No, we'll be fine now. We've turned the engines off.
It's not really about it's stronger or it's bigger. It's more you have to go to the front, and I prefer than staying in the cockpit.
I don't mind going to the front if it means an extra couple of knots. You have to stay in the cockpit either way.
Yeah, but it's not changing the thing that I'm worried about you.
Oh, yeah, but I'm sitting on a trampoline.
Be careful.
Oh, good. Okay. Ew, she's up. All right, winch her on. Let's go winching. Now we're ripping. That's enough, we're good. All right, that's her up. Let's go and check out the speed difference. That's pretty good. We're doing 8 knots SOG in 10, 11 knots of wind.
It is probably around 1 and I'm gonna have a nap as we're gonna do another night. I quite like to have some naps in the afternoon so you're feeling a bit less tired during your watch in the night. So yeah, we are going still good, nicely. It's quite comfortable. I'm gonna try to have a nap on these little couches. Is there a big fish here?
I think it's gone off again,
We've got a double hook, so I am gonna pull the other line and let Vernon fight with this one.
This can take forever. Marie's nearly got her one in now. My one's a beast. I'm fighting it. It's going to take a while. That survived. Oh no, I think it's gone. It's gone. After all that, I just felt it go. Wow, maybe we need to stop the boat or something. This is like pulling a concrete log. Hopefully it hasn't broken the hooks off. That's crazy. That was so heavy. Oh, now it's going again. I think it's a new one. Yeah, fuck. That's crazy. I've got the brake tied up so tight as well. I think this was just coming back in. So I lost the fish. I felt it go ding. And I started winding it back in. I got another one on it, just as heavy, just as big a fighter. I don't know how long I can do this for.
So we lost our 2 fish. We were not really good with that. 3, yeah. But then lost the first one. Another one dropped the hook. We fight with it for at least 10 or 15 minutes. And we lost it again. And the tuna that I pulled back, it came on the scoop, unhooked, and just jumped back in the water. So, no fish. And now I can go to my nap again, because I didn't sleep yet.
Right, we're just cruising along nicely. Well, we just hit 10.5. Well, we're still on 10, so it's not a wave. 10 knots of wind. We're going 130 degrees, nearly downwind, and we're sitting on 10 knots. We just had a swordfish or a sailfish about 4 meters long. It jumped right out of the water. The rod just went super fast. And I went over there and looked back and saw this huge marlin just stuck out of the water. Just the blues, the colors of it just all glistening in the sun like slow motion. Like this in the water. It fought a bit more. I turned the tension up a little bit. Probably a little bit too much, and then boom. But this is only 100-pound line, I think, maybe 20-30 kilo line, and that was at least I don't know, a couple of hundred. I don't know. That was a huge one. It was at least longer than our dinghy. Got a fish.
As you saw, we caught a fish. It's a bonito. We caught a lot of them in the last days we were sailing around, but we are not really catching any mackerel. One favorite to Vernon, and I like them too. But this one was a decent size, and we didn't have fresh fish in the freezer for quite a while, so we kept it. I think I'm gonna do some sashimi along the way, and probably when we're gonna arrive, I'm gonna do a curry with. It's okay.
Give us an update on the sailing.
The wind picked a little bit, but it's staying around 10 knots. We are doing 7 knots. It's quite comfortable. We are passing Sydney.
Yep.
Everything is going good.
Sydney's in here.
We are trying to get in the current in these lines when it's deeper, so we're gonna have some knots of current with us.
What's going on, Dave?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing just now, but we are doing 10 knots and 13 knots of wind, which is good. We have just the screecher out. There's a lot of big ship around, but they are all more inland. Then the sea is a bit more messy and wet caps than before. We have the first a bit slopping waves under the caps. It's a new feeling. It's a bit scary. I think we need a little bit of time to be used of all the noise of trade runner.
Hey dude. Come and look.
dolphins are also liking the cat. Come to say hello. But I missed the mola mola and then saw a sunfish that we didn't film, but I didn't see. It's opening here.
Oh, we're in the kitchen doing 10.5 knots, and it's pretty cruisy. Just not heeling over, don't even have to hold on. Cutting up this bonito for a bit of sashimi, but I can't, I'm not like expecting much. I don't really like bonito, but we'll chop up a bit of sashimi and we'll see how it goes. Otherwise we'll throw it all in the curry tomorrow probably. Yep. There's a couple of good chunks. And yeah, we're not moving around much. Probably open this little window, get a bit of air. Yeah, if you start feeling a little bit crook, you can just look out the window and be like, yeah, nothing's moving. Pretty cool.
Let's try this fish. It doesn't have a lot of taste, but it's not really bloody. It's okay.
Any good? It's just the sesame oil and the wasabi you're tasting, huh?
Yeah, the fish doesn't have a strong taste, but it's not,
That's one.
not bad. Yeah. I like it.
Alright, so I've never had radar on a boat before, but Chehallion had AIS transceiver, and I felt really safe with that and used that a lot. But I've been mucking around with this radar, and it's a Doppler radar, top of the line sort of thing. It's brand new, and it's sort of really good. And there's only two things that it doesn't have that AIS has. AIS, you can see the name of the ship, which is really handy when you're trying to call them up, and obviously the ship can see you. But with the radar, well, they'll have radars too, so they can see me, but they don't know my name and I don't know their name. But apart from that, it's pretty cool. So I've got it on, I've got I organised like safe zones around me, and it's automatically picking up and locking on to targets. And because it's the Doppler system, when the target is coming towards you, it goes red, and when it's going away, it goes green. Now if I go up here and push targets, it'll show me all 3 targets that it has at the moment. So the closest the second one's going to get is 2 miles away, and that'll be in 42 minutes. Anything within 5 miles of me, and I can set that to 10 or 12 miles, is a safe zone, so it'll beep. And it beeps when it acquires a new target, it beeps when it loses a target. So quite handy. And
especially for the night.
Yeah, amazing for the night. And also the other thing that we haven't obviously going to use today, but when the squall's around, it'll see them, and we'll have a good thing at night. That'll be amazing because you can't see squalls. That'll be really cool. Like an Indo and that, where the squall's everywhere, that would be really cool to be able to either steer away from them or already reef down. So pretty cool.
That's one thing I really like with this boat. It's because we used a little bit the engine to get out of the bay this morning. The water was warm and it's staying warm. So it was from this morning, and we are the evening, and I have some warm water to wash all the sunscreen that I have on my face, and it's so cool. And a little bit of cream because I burnt. It was so sunny today. It's already better.
Well, it's a beautiful evening out here. It's about 8:15 evening now. Sun's gone down. Beautiful and calm. We've got about a metre swell, 1.5 metres maybe. I put away the screecher and just put out the jib and tied it out sideways, tied it out further, just because the wind's at about 140, pretty much straight down the chute. But we've got 13 knots of wind and 10 knots of speed, so that's pretty much what we've had all day. But yeah, we're going good. At the high end on the screecher, the highest I saw today was 16.8 knots, and over 15 for about 20-30 seconds, just cruising on a wave. That's when I thought, we'll probably slow down a bit. We'll run under this jib all night now, It's supposed to be about the same, 12 to 15, 12 to 16 knots of wind, and that'll be comfortable just with the jib, and we'll do our 10 knots and get there around lunchtime tomorrow. Marie's going to cook some food right now, so I'll go and see what she's up to. What's cooking, babe?
This morning I prepared some pasta for today. I didn't prepare for tomorrow, but normally we're gonna come enough early that we don't need a proper lunch. We can have a late lunch when we arrive. So the pasta already ready, but Vernon was complaining that they were not enough tasty, so I'm adding some mushrooms, parsley butter, cream and cheese for Mr. Vernon. I'm using the knife that one of our viewers offered to us in Brisbane. Thanks, David. And I'm gonna try to not cutting one of my fingers because it's really sharp and we are moving a little bit.
That would add a bit of taste to the pasta.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
How is it cooking on the cat?
More easy than on Chilean. I would not use this knife on Chilean. I would not even cook, in fact.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Well, it's about 1 o'clock now in the morning, and yeah, I'm just about to wake Marie up. Cruising along. What are we doing? We're still doing about 9.5, and 11 knots of wind. Nearly straight from behind now, and we'll need to jibe over in a couple of hours probably, but we'll just keep going like this for a while. Yeah, pretty comfortable, just cruising. Wind generator's going, as you can hear, giving us a little bit of power to make up for the autopilot and stuff, but no, it's cool. This is the first night passage we've done with this boat, and it's pretty bloody comfortable, I'd say. I'll let Marie tell you a bit more, but no, it's going good.
I'm trying to find a place that I am out of the wind and you can hear me. It's not exactly my position for my watch, but anyway. So that's my turn, and as probably some of you are knowing, I don't like watch. Now, anything about fighting my own envy of sleeping is not my favorite, but it's necessary. And to be honest, I'm quite surprised, because in this kind of wind at this speed with this sea on Chilean, I would not even try to do it because I would feel super sick. And even if it's a bit less comfortable at night, probably because I'm not seeing the horizon, I'm feeling okay. It's not like super discomfort. I'm feeling a bit more disoriented, but not sick. And the night is amazing. We have an amazing sky, and we have quite a lot of light with the screens here, which is necessary, but it's quite a pity because I think I didn't see a sky like this for a really long time. Like the clarity in the air, probably because it's dry, it's amazing. I can see really the Milky Way, so good. It's really beautiful. Out of that, it's pretty calm. There's no ships on the way. The wind and the speed is really stable, so it's, some would say, maybe boring and not the best for staying awake, but for me, even if I have to sleep to not feel to stay awake, if I have to fight to stay awake, it's quite good to know that I don't have to trim the sail that much or doing too much. I'm just watching on the radar, and around there is no lights of ships, and we are keeping the same good direction, and that's all. morning. It is 6 in the morning. I am awake for probably 1 hour and the light is coming. I'm feeling still a bit tired, but I had podcast, so that was okay. We are in the Tasman Sea. It is kind of calm, but the waves are messy. We are going well, we are alone, absolutely alone. I can't see the land either, it's probably pretty flat. And yeah, some birds are already fishing around, and yeah, a pretty okay night.
That's a pretty good breakfast, babe.
Yes. I had to be brave to do this one and stay in the kitchen when it's moving. A little bit, not as scheduled, but yeah, it's gonna be a good breakfast. Super hungry.
How many miles we doing in the last 24 hours?
That's a new record. In 24 hours we did 210 miles.
Oh, they're going back again now for another surf. Look, they'll turn around and come back. Yeah, now they're coming again. They're just chilling. Wow. Yeah, there's a baby one about the size of a tin. Well, we're just motoring into Eden, and we've got some beautiful little dolphins. Really nice coloured ones, different than up in the tropics. And we're just cruising slowly on one engine, but they're just welcoming us in. There's even a little baby one here, pretty awesome. Here we go. G'day, mate. There he is. He's so small.
Beautiful.
All right, that's Eden. That's the town of Eden. It's our destination. As you see, all the sails are down. We ran out of wind. We've got, yeah, zero wind right now. About, I guess, 20 minutes ago, we turned the engine on. Actually, we found out, we turned both engines on, we found out that, yeah, I think we've got one of our fishing lines wrapped around the port side engine. So I'm only running the starboard engine at the moment, all the way into the bay, and then I'll dive and have a look. I think it's wrapped, because I took the engine covers off inside and tried to turn the shafts by hand, and the port side is really hard to turn and the starboard side's really easy, so you can compare the two, and I think it's got a line trapped in it. So yeah, that was a bit of a stupid mistake. We turned into the wind to drop the sail and then didn't pull the fishing lines in, and one ended up, yeah, breaking off. So that's where it is. Anyway, we're nearly there. We've got another couple of miles to go and then we'll be inside, and yeah, easy days. Right, we are anchored up here in Eden, pretty close to shore, in about 6 meters of water. You can see over here. And I'm about to jump in the water and see what's wrapped around our prop. Hopefully there is something, because otherwise there's a different problem. Anyway, water's not very bloody warm, but I can't be bothered putting a wetsuit on, so I'm just going to brave it. On a positive note, the engine that's not working is the port engine, and the starboard engine is the one that makes hot water for our shower. So at least when I get out I can have a hot shower. Win-win. Well, just win. Alright, we'll jump in the water and see what's going on. Okay, you can see our problem. Thank you all for watching. There's been quite a bit more interest in our videos and our channel the last 3 weeks. Obviously that has to do with the fact that we bought a new boat for us. I hope that continues. I hope you guys are enjoying this new content, the new boat, and we'll
we hit the 30,000 followers on
yesterday.
the YouTube channel yesterday.
Actually, while we were sailing on the passage, we finally got to 30,000. Not that it really makes anything. You don't get paid for subscribers, and you know, it's really about how long people watch videos and the interest and the engagement and all that. But still, it is the metric that people sort of look at. 30,000 is a nice round number, and we just seemed to take a long time. It's like 28,000 for ages, and then we had a bit of a slump, and now in the last few episodes it's been boop and got us over the threshold. So hope all you new subscribers keep watching our content, keep enjoying it. Definitely, you know, all the thanks go out to our patrons. Really appreciate your support, and really would love it if any of your new subscribers were interested in supporting the work we do, putting these videos out every week. You can head over to our Patreon site. There's a link below in the description. We would love to have your support and talk to you. You know, we have a Patreon group chat, which we have really good connection with everyone on there, and that would be cool. What are we doing next week?
Next week, we are waiting for a window for going to Tasmania. So if we have a good window, we're gonna try to cross the Bass Strait. But if there's no window, we're gonna explore this place, and I think it's a nice place. I'm quite happy to be here. It's a calm place, a lot of nature, the kind of place that we love, and I think we're gonna explore this place.
It feels a little bit more how I grew up down here. It's colder at nights, it's hot during the days, there is wind and it changes direction all the time, so you got to be a bit aware. I grew up in the South Island of New Zealand, so I sort of feel like, and the nature's starting to get to that a little bit. I think Tassie will be even more like New Zealand, how I grew up, but it's getting that feeling, and I'm excited about that, because we still want to sail to New Zealand later this year. So anyway, we better stop this video, it's probably long now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll see you next week, and it might be on the way to Tasmania, and it might still be here in Eden. But anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.